Our next recipient is Tim Myers. Prior to the formation of the Glenbrook-Lapston Bushfire Brigade, Tim was serving the community of Glenbrook as a volunteer firefighter with the Glenbrook Village Brigade. He served this organisation for almost 20 years. Tim was fundamental in the formation of the Glenbrook-Lapston Bushfire Brigade in 1969. During his commitment to Glenbrook Rural Fire Brigade, Tim has been a fundamental part of the brigade and has held many positions. He was an executive member for 7 years, station officer, I believe, for 12 years, 15 years, deputy captain for 13 years, senior captain for 2 years, and captain for 7 years. Tim was made a life member of the brigade and has received the National Medal for his commitment and dedication to the local community and the Blue Mountains District. Today, Tim Myers is receiving the Long Service Medal and the first, second and third class for 43 years of continuous service. Our next recipient is Bob Whitron. Bob Whitron was a founding member of the Glenbrook-Lapston Rural Fire Brigade when it was first formed in 1969. He has attended many major emergencies, including the 1977 fires and the 2001 Christmas fires and the Mount Hay fire, the Canberra fires as well, and was active in many storm damage incidents, including the Turramurra and the Sydney hailstorm. Bob is still a very active member of the brigade and is currently Vice President and Community Education Officer. He plays a vital role of liaison officer during a range of activities. He was made a life member in 2010. His dedication and service is commendable and highly regarded within the brigade. Robert Whitron is awarded the RFS Long Service Medal with the first, second and third class for 43 years of continuous service. Neil Cram is our next recipient. Neil Cram was a founding member of the Glenbrook-Lapston Bushfire Brigade when it was formed in 1969. During the past 43 years, Neil has held numerous positions within the brigade. He served as president from 1969 until 1983. He became vice president in 1985 and has held this position for a further 16 years until 2001. He then took lead again as president until 2006, serving an amazing 36 years as an executive member of the brigade. Neil then took on the role of duty officer in the last 5 years. His measured manner and firm control of meetings was a great asset. Neil also undertook many major incidents within the district and assisted with out-of-area calls. He received the National Medal and Clasp for his outstanding service to the Blue Mountains Rural Fire District. Today, Neil Cram is awarded the RFS Long Service Medal with the first, second and third class for 43 years of continuous service. And as he is unable to be with us today, Duncan Allen will collect the medal on his behalf. Our next recipient is John Fitzgerald, AFSM. John Fitzgerald, where do I start? I better stick to the script or I'll get myself into trouble. John Fitzgerald was a founding member of the Glenbrook Lapston Bushfire Brigade when it was first formed in 1969. During this time, he has served at many different incidents, including the Canberra and Mount Hay fires. He was the brigade secretary for 33 years, from 1974 until 2003. John was instrumental in the formation of the Glenbrook Lapston and the Rural Fire Service Association. John has held the position of group leader for the past 9 years. Prior to that, he held the position of deputy group captain for 3 years. He has been awarded the National Medal and the Australian Fire Service Medal for his outstanding contributions and leadership in the Rural Fire Service. Today we recognise the commitment and leadership of John Fitzgerald has shown over this 43 years with the Long Service Medal and the first, second and third class.
You still can't follow the most basic protocol.
John keeps telling me I'm a young fellow, but it's rather scary that I've been around nearly the same length of time as you, mate. So. Our next recipient is Jim Lewis. Jim joined the Glenbrook Lapston Brigade in 1969. He served as deputy captain of that brigade from 1973 to 1998, then again from 2005 to 2009. In 2009, Jim joined the group support brigade, where he is involved in both communications and catering. It was through this group that he befriended Linden members, and he decided to join the Linden Brigade and share his wisdom and experience with them. In 2010, Jim was elected a deputy captain of Linden Brigade, and he also shares the role of equipment officer and driving instructor. Today, Jim Lewis receives the Long Service Medal and the first, second and third class for 43 years of service. The next recipient is Bob Muir. Bob Muir was a 1968 foundation members of the headquarters Bushfire Brigade, which operated out of the old council depot in Albion Street, Katoomba. Later in 1972, they moved the tanker over to Park Street to a premises of Ridgeway Emporium, where they had a bay kindly given to the brigade for their use. Bob helped to build the current brigade station, which opened in 1973, and the members raised about $500 at that time from the South Katoomba residents. Bob has been to many fires, search and rescues and brigade events over the years. He has held the position of deputy captain for 16 years. Bob has been the treasurer of the brigade since its foundation, a total of 43 years, and is a life member of the brigade. He is also a foundation member of the New South Wales Rural Fire Service itself. Bob Muir is today awarded the RFS Long Service Medal and the first, second and third clasps for 43 years of commitment to fire. Our next recipient is Marshall Hughes. Marshall has been a member of the Bushfire Brigade movement for 44 years. Marshall joined the Blaxland Bushfire Brigade in 1968, and in 1969 he helped form the Glenbrook Lapston Bushfire Brigade. He was actively engaged in firefighting in the 1968 fires, and then from 1971 as a driver. The 1977 fires saw him involved as the driver on night shifts for the whole campaign. The coal and candle fires also saw Marshall actively involved. Marshall has contributed his time and knowledge at numerous tasks within the district and out of area commitments. His last active firefighting was during the devastating Canberra fires. Not content with only being a firefighter, Marshall took on many positions within the Executive Committee. He was President for 18 years, from 1983 to 2001, and then Vice President until 2006. He received the National Medal for Outstanding Service to the Blue Mountains District. Today, Marshall Hughes is awarded the Long Service Medal and the first, second and third clasps in recognition of 43 years of service. We now come to our final medal, which is a posthumous medal for the late Ken Eastgate. And this medal will be received by Ken's brother Ron, and I'd ask Ron to come forward. Ken Eastgate joined the Wentworth Falls Brigade in 1959 as a foundation member and took on the rank of Deputy Captain. In 1975, he transferred to the Megalong Valley Brigade as an active member and stayed with that brigade for 20 years until he moved to Cranbrook, where he stayed until his passing last year. Ken Eastgate gave more than 50 years of his life to providing protection to the community, with his involvement with fighting fires and providing additional support to the brigades he belonged to. This commitment included being the Secretary-Treasurer of the Cranbrook Brigade from 1996 to 2004, before becoming the Brigade Vice President, while still remaining a Deputy Captain of the Brigade. At the time of his passing, Ken was a life member of the Cranbrook Brigade. His service is today posthumously recognised, and Ken Eastgate is honoured with the RFS Long Service Medal, with the first, second, third and fourth class for 51 years of service. And I'd also just like to mention that also mentioned his late brother, also Ben Eastgate, who was considered an authority, a real leader in bushfires and fire behaviour at that particular time during the 50s and the 60s. So the Eastgate family have a very long and distinguished history of knowledge and involvement in the Blue Mountains District. And I've been told he is a man who was the same sort of person as late Kevin Granger as well. So we congratulate the family on this achievement.